Hello, everyone, and welcome to your December coloring social. I I needed this tonight. Many of you are dropping in the chat how badly you needed this, and I hope that you are here to you can be here to color. We love coloring. It's good for us, but you can also be here. Maybe you're addressing those Christmas cards you want to get in out in the mail. We're meeting those deadlines soon. Maybe you've got a big stack of boxes that you're gonna wrap up. Maybe you just finished your evening ritual during this week of Hanukkah, and it's time to take a little me time. So, really, really glad that you are joining Team Jennifer. Wendy, welcome. We love the coloring socials. It's a lot of music and a lot of togetherness time to be with your virtual community, your virtual cheerleaders. And so I think these are very special times, and it really does provide this space in our month to spend 45 minutes just sort of chilling and resetting and being mindful. So, again, you are always welcome to join us, and you don't have to I always say, bring a slow hobby. Maybe you embroider or knit or crochet or sketch or doodle. But bring something to mind that will just allow you to decompress a little bit. So welcome to any, oh, thank you. I'm a former educator. Some of y'all probably remember that, but I always have my holiday earrings on. So thank you. I've got Santa tonight. I'm embracing the winter wonderland with my attire. So yeah, make sure the chat's set to everyone because that's how we're communicate. And we'd love to see any of your work in Sonder Club. If you are crocheting and you want to share what you are working on during this coloring social, do that. But yes, I've got some great examples tonight, and I've got a really fun kind of grounding exercise before we dig in to our coloring practice. Is there anybody that hasn't said that it's their first time here for the very first time? Drop a me in that chat so we can we can give you a big welcome. And yeah, India said she threw her phone down to get logged on when the reminder came. So we're just really glad that y'all are here. We love hanging out at these socials with each other. So, it's the month of renewal. Our opening ritual is going to embrace this idea of renewal. And yeah, you can, Adrian, you can just maybe it's time for kitty pets and some slow music and some deep breathing tonight, since you're not going to be able to work on your journal with a cat across your lap. Oh, and then your last final exam ever, Elizabeth. That's a milestone. Congratulations. We're glad that you're joining us. Hopefully, this will settle your soul and it'll help you're going to ace it. So, congratulations. And a nighttime walk. I've got that on my to-do list, Michelle. It's just something special when it's chilly outside and the lights and so yeah, let's get back to the theme of renewal. We've been talking about this. You've seen this graphic. If you've been to any of my weekly setups about, renewal, it seems like everything sleeps in the winter, but it's really a time of renewal and reflection. And so we've talked about how much we're embracing this idea of renewal at the end of the year. And so we're going to be doing our little opening activity over renewal. Here are the community guidelines that we always share when we are together with each other. We keep safe spaces, and there'll always be two facilitators on the call. We'll have someone in the front of the camera, which happens to be me tonight. And then in the chat is Jennifer Krippner, my co-pilot tonight. She'll be in the chat answering questions and cheering you on as you embrace your coloring practice. So you have Team Jennifer tonight. And I've got some tea for you. I think that little graphic's so cute. Do you want some tea, herbal or verbal? My verbal tea for you is that Thursday is an exclusive with Meha, and she is going to be guiding us through our end of year wrap up, which is such a positive thing. If you've never attended a social with Meha, you'll want to attend this one. Now, there is a nominal fee, but she's going to bring all that energy and love that is behind what Silk and Sonder is to that social as we look at our year. And then I also put our graphic there for the personal life coaching. And if that's something you've been thinking about, maybe that's the Christmas present or a way to end the year to give back to yourself. So, oh, and if you, Megan, date nights, date nights are important though. So if you cannot make the exclusive, you can still register and pay the registration fee, and you will receive the exclusive link to that social. It will not be published to the YouTube channel. So you will still have access to that at any time. So just know that if that's something. So we're going to have a little opening ritual tonight. We're going to color and we're going to close. And I don't want to talk too much because these always go by really fast. But I really embraced our coloring page as that cup that we need to be filling all the time. We talk about filling our cup almost ad nauseum, right? At Silk and Solder, because we really know that we are better versions of ourselves when our cup is filled, when we've taken care of ourselves. Winona Judd says you have to fill your cup. Then you give away the overflowing, but you keep a cup full for yourself. So we're going to kind of take that mindset into our opening activity. So I'm going to ask you to put everything down, get your hands empty, put your feet square on the floor. And I'm actually going to go off camera because I don't want to be distracting. And we're just going to take a few moments to go through an opening ritual together. All right. So let's take a moment to arrive. You don't need anything, just be here. If it feels comfortable, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Now take a slow breath in through your nose and a gentle breath out through your mouth. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench that jaw. Notice where your body is supported right now. How does the chair feel beneath you? How about your feet on the floor? Allow yourself to be held by this moment. Now, bring your attention to the cup on the page in front of you or on the screen. A cup is a vessel. It holds warmth, nourishment, and care, and it can also hold rest. Inside this cup is a winter landscape, a house, trees, mountains. Winter is often misunderstood as an ending, but it's really a season of quiet renewal. Beneath the snow, roots are strengthening, energy is gathering. As you breathe, imagine this cup holding what is ready to renew in you, not through effort, but through patience and gentleness. If there's anything from your day that feels heavy or unfinished, imagine placing it into the cup for now. It's safe there. You don't have to solve it. And as we begin coloring, let your choices be intuitive. Perhaps you'll choose colors that reflect rest or hope or something quietly beginning again. There is no right way to color this page. Let this be a small act of renewal, a pause, a breath, a soft reset. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin. I hope that helped you guys calm a little bit of the day away. I want to show you some quick examples. You can get going in a second, but you might want to get some inspiration from pages that have been put into Sonder Club. When this page first came out, when we first got our journal, many people were on the club going, "Oh, it's so little. This is so tedious. I don't think I'm going to like this very much." And so this is actually a little graphic I use when we look at our to-do list. And it says trying to do everything at once is like trying to move a mountain versus doing a little bit every day. So that's your charge to just kind of, take a little bit. There's no one putting pressure on you to make this finish. This is more about your process and your practice. So I did want to share some tips for coloring if all those little bits feel daunting. You could do, here's an old example of an apple that we did, and I love this because it's just lines that someone drew in colors, and it made like the closer together the lines, the heavier the shading got. So maybe you just sit and you do that, or you outline, or you could use just dots like the one on the right and just fill in some of this area with dots. You don't have to make it perfect. The example on the left is kind of a scribbling in of color, laying down that color. The one next to it of the butterfly, you can see just sort of swaths of color rather than worrying about getting so in tune with that. I also put a mandala over there where they've just the mandala's one color and they've put something in there that speaks to them. That was a quote that they used. I actually have a couple of quotes in here tonight you might want to use. I decided to turn mine into a snow globe, and so I'm still working on it. There's mine in the little upper middle, and I was inspired by these snow globes to sort of color. But when I did that, it allowed me to not worry about getting those trees just so. And my windows aren't exactly colored in perfectly, but I had fun creating my own little world, my little snow globe world. So maybe you draw a snow globe around yours and create that. This is your page. You can do whatever you want to it. And then I'm going to go through. And I have lots of fun examples, and you're going to see so many of these. How are you filling your cup, or ways to fill your cup? Graphics, and perhaps you work that into. Maybe you write some of these words into the waves of the cup or into the snow of the cup. How are you filling your cup? And this one they posted and said, because who needs to worry about coloring inside the lines? And we've got the beautiful colors there. And of course, more ways to fill your cup in the new year. You can see lots of very bright colors in this one. I think it's done with pen. I'm going to make sure that you probably ought to use, if you're going to really try to lean in and color, use as sharp of a point as you can for those tinier spaces. It'll help you feel more successful. Here's that winter one that was just posted, I think, yesterday. It's so lovely. A couple reminders that maybe you need to put on your cup. I have my Christmas mug with me that says Deck the Halls, and I thought, you could even write a message on your cup tonight for what you need to hear, right? It could be like, we buy cups with all that kind of stuff. Do you have the same? I love it. I love it, Sheriff. My neighbor gave this to me a couple years ago, and it's on repeat. Um, Love it, love it. And so some more now, look how you can tackle this page without worrying about all those little spaces. You just color in the bands of the cup. The mountains are one color, the house is one color. So that's a good way to just do that coloring practice without getting too bogged down. And then look, drawing, outlining the lines rather than coloring can be a really good way to find your flow. And when you find your flow, you are settling down the cortisol and bringing in things like endorphins and serotonin. That's going to help keep you calm this evening because this is not supposed to be stressful when we do it. We love this one, very kind of Nordic looking. Yeah, cortisol bad. Cortisol's right here in your gut. I love it, Katie. Love that you shared that. And so then again, and lots of graphics to look at. So maybe some of these ways to fill your cup will inspire you. You might work the word again, you work the words into this cup, or maybe you make notes of what you want to put into your weeks ahead. Another outline in different colors. I just think they're so elegant. It almost looks like lace. And then if you don't feel like coloring this, go grab your Connect the Dots page and make your snowflake for the month. And you'll find that on page 24. And you can just work. I did my snowflake and then I tried to practice with trying to make shading and it just got darker and darker and darker, but that's okay. I had fun doing it. So maybe you work on page 24 if that's what you need, right? So I've got a lot of great, beautiful music to play tonight while we hang out together. So as we get going, let us know, are you working in your journal on your coloring page? Or are you planning to do something else like your Christmas cards, or you're going to be wrapping presents, or you're just sitting? You're just sitting in the quiet with maybe a candle. Let us know. All righty. So, way too many snowflakes. Yes, Wendy. So, anyway, let's get going. Take that deep breath again and embrace your time that you've carved out for yourself.
Precious moments, special people, happy faces. I can see it somewhere in my memory. Christmas joys all around me, living in my memory. All of the music, all of the magic, all of the family home here.
I'm just checking in, reminding you to be breathing, let your shoulders relax. I was going to share with you, I've been sitting in very tiny in the waves. I've been writing the things that fill my cup, things like sitting outside, color, breath work, a hot shower, make a playlist, a solo date, all those things that kind of help me feel renewed. So I'm actually going to write, I've written them in my cup and then I'll probably color over it lightly. I love that you guys are sharing and supporting with each other. There's lots of nice music. So make sure that, you're not feeling clenched. Remind yourself to let go of that, all that clenched feeling. I hope that you are feeling like you have left some things behind by sitting with yourself tonight. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna play a few more songs and then we'll come back and I have a little closing time for us before we say goodbye. So continue your practice and just, continue to share in the chat and be hanging out with each other. My friends, we've kind of come to the end of our time together, but that doesn't mean you have to stop. If you want to keep coloring, here is my Spotify playlist that you just listened to. You can go put it on and just tell your family you're still doing this. India made the comment that it's hard to want to get up and go shower and do all the nighttime stuff after you've done this. And it's just like a yoga practice for me when I've leaned into my coloring page and just let the day slip away. I feel the same inside. I get that reset, just like when I take a yoga class. So this practice really is so good for your brain. If you were here for the first time, I hope that you will make this a regular part of your Silk and Sonder journey, and you'll come to our coloring socials with either your coloring page or something else slow for your hands to do, or maybe you're just coming to hang out with your virtual community. But at any rate, we are glad that you were here this evening. This has been recorded. You will be able to access this, so you can just put the playlist on if you want, and hang out. But we're really proud of you for making this time for yourself in this very busy time of the year. A little renewal to get us through the week. So thank you for joining Team Jennifer tonight. And I think I'm doing the setup on Saturday. So I should see you there at the weekly setup if you're around this weekend. Thanks for being with us, y'all. Make it a good evening.
And you ask me what I want this year, and I try to make this kind and clear. Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. 'Cause I don't need boxes wrapped in strings and designer love and empty things. Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. So take